What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. I am Hayden with State 48 Turtle and Tortoise, and today we've got a quick video for you. As you saw in the thumbnail and title, charging my batteries here, but we're looking to kill the FX6 by building a homemade filter using a couple of ingredients found at the Dollar Tree. If you guys haven't so far, click on that like button, click on the subscribe button, because this video is going to be a banger, and we got some amazing fish content coming soon. And as you know, baby turtles and tortoises as well. But guys, here we go. I'm going to show you guys what we got going on. Today we've got the FX6 as stated here, which is a very expensive filter, somewhere in the neighborhood of $400 and some odd dollars. Not cheap, but is known to be kind of the Mac Daddy. It says it treats up to 300 gallons, I believe. But today, guys, my goal is to build a homemade DIY filter with mostly things from the Dollar Tree that will absolutely kill this filter. My belief is that this filtration system, not including the pump, which I guess if you include the pump, that's going to add about 60 bucks. Either way, it's going to be less than $100, and I think it's going to outperform the FX6. But guys, without further ado, we're going to jump into it. I've already prepped everything, so that way this video is probably going to be less than 5 minutes. But guys, the goal here today, as you can tell, is I have some filter baskets. We've got our 5-gallon bucket, and I've already previously prepped it. Drilled a hole in the top, drilled a hole in the bottom. These are 1-inch bulkhead fittings. That's what's going to feed the water in. This is going to be a gravity-fed system. So the water's going to come, it's going to be sitting actually up high. Water's going to come in, dump through here, and this is going to be sitting above the water, obviously, and the water's going to flow out of there. But just like all of these canister filters are made, they've got layers of filtration. So I've picked up a couple Dollar Tree baskets, cut them down a little bit, and I drilled holes in the bottom so the water can flow, because I want the water to flow down and not out the sides. The fact that it has holes on the sides, that's just kind of whatever. If you can find a bucket that has it that doesn't have any holes on the side, that would work as well. But this is what the basket looks like when you get it. Little laundry basket. I clipped off all the sides, and then I drilled some holes. I cracked that one. I'm not too worried about it. And I cracked that one because the media that's going to go on the bottom of those is actually going to be a little bit bigger. But what I wanted to do first, guys, is because I don't want my baskets to sit directly on the ground, I'm actually going to line the bottom of this with just a couple of filters to support the baskets on the one side, right? So that way, this will also give a place for beneficial bacteria to grow, but it'll allow my basket, we're going to use this basket as my bottom basket, to not sit all the way on the bottom if weight becomes an issue, right? So it's not going to sit on the bottom. See, I've got plenty of a void down there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my media. I did some activated charcoal or carbon or whatever it's called. I'll show you guys that here in a second. I just rinsed it off outside, letting it dry in the sun. I'm going to go grab that. We're going to slap that in, and I'll tell you why that's on the very bottom. Alrighty, guys. I went outside and grabbed the bags here. They come in prepackaged bags. You want to rinse them out first because you can tell my hands are a little black because they're very dusty. So you want to make sure you rinse them first. Basically, what this is going to do, from what I understand, is take away all the nitrates and other things out of the water that would cause the water to be gross and help basically biologically tackle that stuff. So we've got our first layer in here, as I showed you guys. We're going to throw our second layer in here, which is going to be, as you can tell, it sits perfectly on there. Water can flow through all that stuff. If I feel like I have flow issues, I'll actually throw, you know what, I might just do it anyways. I'm going to throw a couple of these in here because my main goal for these, and again, these are Dollar Tree sponges. It's $1.25 for a pack of 3. I'm going to put those in there so that way we don't have restricted flow at all. And then this is going to be my second section. Again, place for beneficial bacteria to grow, but also is going to work as filtration to basically help filter all the gunk out of the pond. So I'm going to put all these in here. Again, this is all dollar store stuff, Dollar Tree stuff. Nothing too crazy here. Just going to toss a bunch of them in there. And the reason I did these baskets is because I learned a lot from my last filter. And it really helped me understand what I wanted to do differently. So now the very top, as you have with any filter, is some of this. It's called filter floss, aka, sorry guys, I'm gonna lose you for a second, some polyfill, aka a $3 pillow from good old-fashioned Walmart. I'm gonna throw a pile of that in there, and I was actually thinking about it earlier. I'm actually gonna throw some on top of these guys as well, kind of create a double pass-through system. That'll help keep these clean. There we go, just a thin layer of that. Again, this was a $3 pillow from Walmart. And now we've got a double layer of filtration. Now what I'm gonna do, if you guys can bear with me now, it's gonna pass through the polyfill, which is gonna get most of the poop, the gunk, the whatever. And then what it's gonna do, another little layer of polyfill, if anything makes it through, it's gonna go through all these sponges, which are gonna work as filtration, as well as a place for the beneficial bacteria to grow. And then the bottom, as I showed you, the charcoal filter. We've got this here, and we'll snap on the lid. The water will flow through. As it gets wet, this stuff will compress down. So it seems like it's super full right now. Sometimes what people do is they'll build a piece of PVC and drill some holes in it and do a little bit of a wet bar, spray bar on here. I may do that if I feel like I'm having issues. But in my experience, when I did that with the turtle poop, they kept clogging up with turtle poop, and I was taking it apart and having to service it all the time. Right now, I just have my other one opened up like this, and I feel like it does a pretty darn good job. What we're gonna do is snap this lid on, and that's our filter. If you guys can imagine here, for a second with me, water comes in through the top from our said pond, not this pond obviously, and it's gonna drop down out of there after it goes through all the filtration, drop down there, be crystal clear and perfect. Guys, I'm hooking a 1,000-gallon pump an hour up to this. I'll crank it way down. I don't need that big of a pump. But guys, this is a super simple filter build, and I am almost more than confident that it is going to be able to outperform the FX6 filter, because the filter media and everything I'm using in here is so much better. And you can replace a lot of these things with more expensive media, crushed coral, things like that. But I found these little sponges from the Dollar Tree to work really, really well. But guys, I'm gonna be setting this up on this 55-gallon auxiliary aquarium for some other fish, and it's gonna absolutely kill it. I honestly don't know how often I have to service it, but the benefit of this, guys, is you guys can pull it apart, service each basket at a time, or if needs be, you just put some new filter floss on top, because it's literally so cheap. Once a month, put some fresh filter floss, polyester fill. You wanna make sure it's 100% polyester fill on the ingredients, wherever it says that right there, 100% polyester fill. You wanna make sure it's that, and you can replace that once a month. But guys, I'm gonna get this thing set up. You guys will see in a video coming very, very soon where I'll give you an update on this when we get all the new fish and everything set up in here and the new breeding system set up. But guys, I appreciate you staying for this whole video. It was gonna be less than 5 minutes, but I just ran my mouth way too much. I'm gonna leave the links below for the activated charcoal carpet, whatever it's called, the bulkhead fittings. And if you have any other questions, comment below, send me a DM on Instagram. I will definitely reply to you. And you guys will be updated in the future on how well this is working. Click that like button, click subscribe, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Peace.